right.
Cuando quieran, cámara grabando, arranquemos. So, where did the idea of this movie came?
It originated once Puss in Boots appeared in Shrek 2, you know, and I think kind of took over the film in a way, you know, or became that sort of breakout star. And very quickly people started saying, oh, he needs a breakout movie of his own. So, you know, scripts had been floating around, a lot of pre-planning, and then finally it caught hold, you know, and we finally found a story that felt like, okay, this is the story worth telling, that would be fun and represents the character, an origin story, a chance to pluck him from that Shrek universe, you know, and then create an entirely new world for him.
Yeah, it struck me as a very different world, although it's based on Shrek world.
Mhm.
It's more like Sergio Leone.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there.
Spaghetti Western vibe.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, there's a lot we borrowed or were influenced or inspired by. Yeah, those, and even it is that Sergio Leone thing, but even just sort of cinematic characters, we're always keeping in the forefront, and maybe even more than Sergio Leone, it's like Clint Eastwood or like Zorro. You know, there's a bit of Zorro in there, or Errol Flynn, or you can find James Bond in Puss in Boots, or you know, even Indiana Jones. So we were always making the movie, trying to create something that felt legendary or larger than life.
Was it always be in 3D because of the frame? It looks like, okay, this is 3D because there's low angles and.
Yeah. From the onset, we knew the film would be authored in 3D, which was great. And it seemed to suit the character, and we really took advantage of his small stature, you know, and his proportions and scale in this gigantic world. And it's a reflection of how he sees himself too. And I'm proud of the 3D. It made for a real immersive experience, and you know, you can feel the fur, you know, and the way the detail and the backgrounds and the cities and the landscapes. I think it brings an extra layer, certainly, to the storytelling.
Yeah, this is the first movie you work with DreamWorks in India, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how the relationship get along with them?
I think the animation that ended up coming out of India matches what we're doing in the States, you know, and it was definitely a challenge, you know, having sort of cross-site animation studios, and just in terms of keeping the level of detail and the character consistent. But I think we got there. I think it looks great.
It could be a reference with Dial M for Mother in the movie.
Yeah, there could be.
Yeah.
Sure.
Was it conscious or not?
No. But look, I mean, you know, Alfred Hitchcock is definitely someone who's influenced me, and nothing direct, but yeah, I'm sure you would find all kinds of things in there if you look close enough. Yeah.
Are there any Easter eggs that we haven't seen, or they're not blatantly obvious in the movie?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot just in the dial-in film. There's a lot of low angles, a lot of extreme points of view, which, like I said before, it just seems to suit the cat, you know, and the way that he sees the world and himself in the world. You know, he's very much larger than life and very commanding, and those extreme angles just seem to, you know, accentuate that.
You work with Ralph Bakshi, right, in Cool.
Yes.
So
that was my first job. Was with Ralph.
So how
I know,
was
it's pretty great.
Because it's an art movie. It was supposed to be a new animation.
Yeah.
Sort of anchors away, and then.
I know, but Ralph was like, that was my first job coming out of Californians to the Arts, and I was so happy that Ralph, and to me, like, Ralph was this legendary renegade filmmaker from the 1970s. You know, he did some amazing work in animation, and more geared towards an adult audience too, something that nobody else would even consider trying. So yeah, that Cool World was chaos, but it was a great experience. I mean, as a first experience, and the thing about Ralph is, I mean, he had tons of younger talent around him, and he really let us just run free. Maybe he let us run free too much, you know? Yeah.
Do you think that Ralph could make a comeback now with 3D animation?
I would love it. I don't know. I don't know what Ralph's plans are. I mean, I know he was painting for a long time, and you know, and doing that. So I would love to see another film made by him.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good movie.
Oh,
And
thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Well, it's the first time anyone's brought up a Ralph. I haven't thought about him in a while.
Well,
That's cool. That's
someone
cool.
had to ask.
That's great.
Thanks, Ima. No, nunca veía por eso.